Hello there. So it's Kerry again. Just catching up with you after my last video. Now, if you remember, I promised after the last one that this video would be shorter. I do promise I'll do that. Last one was a bit long-winded, and I imagine most of you sort of gave up halfway through. I think I probably would have done as well. So, but before I start, just a couple of things I had forgotten to say about preparing the house for going in for the operation, particularly if you're living alone. A couple of other tips for people. One was to make sure that you have fitted sheets, if possible, on the bottom of your bed. It saves that hassle of trying to straighten sheets out every day and try and tuck them in one-armed, because that would have been pretty impossible. Also, get a stock of painkillers in for afterwards. The hospital will only give you enough for a few days, and the last thing you want to be worrying about is, oh, I can't take any painkillers because I'm going to run out soon. So I got all those topped up beforehand as well, which was good. And I also happen to have a little box on wheels, which I use for moving my washing from the bedroom where the washing basket is down to the kitchen, just to get in the laundry. But that's quite a minor thing, I guess. So anyway, so the last video took us up to 6 weeks when I was incarcerated in the sling. And then all of a sudden I got my freedom and thought the world would be my oyster. Well, it wasn't. And seeing on Facebook, there's quite a few of you sort of saying, oh, my sling comes off in a few days and I'm so excited, it's going to be so terrific. Don't expect too much. Yes, it's out of the sling, but it doesn't mean you're going to be driving or even able to sleep. It is easier, but it's still hard. It'll get tired hanging out of the sling for a little while. You won't be able to do it all the time. At first anyway. It's quite useful to keep it in a sling if you go out, because people, if you haven't got a sling on, do tend to think everything is over and done with and you're better and well. So it'll give you that little bit of protection for a week or two until you get your confidence up fully. But the real difference, of course, is that you start physio, or I started physio. Actually, this has been really good. I'm very lucky that the physio that I've got, she focused very much on stretching the muscles and getting as much movement in as possible, but not pushing it beyond the ultra ouch stage. We've got two ouches. We've got the ouch ouch, which is okay, and otherwise we've got the ouch, and that's the one that's not okay. So we're allowed to stretch things as far as the ouch, 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 as long as we don't go to the ouch, and then we're all right. And that's kind of the way we've been working it, and trying to get some movement back in. Doing your exercises at home is crushingly boring. It was okay to begin with because you kind of feel you're doing something useful, and you know, it's all very challenging and it's all very new, and to be honest, it's actually quite nice to get some movement into the arm again. But yeah, very soon you sort of think, oh no, you know, doing it 3-4 times a day, it just does get a bit boring. They're not exactly the most exciting things to be doing, but they are essential. There's no point in having the surgery if you're not going to do the rehab. So I say physio's been really good. And the other thing we added in was hydrotherapy. I noticed in the US not many of you are mentioning hydrotherapy. I don't know if it's not something you don't go into so much there, although there's some very good videos online about some sessions over there. But I found it really useful. Just to try and get some resisted movement through the water, using the water as either a supporter or a resistor, depending what you want to do and as your strength improves, and certainly helps getting the rest of the muscles going. As I said last time, my aim is getting back to golf, and certainly my hydrotherapy physio is very much working to getting some movement back through my torso and core to get ready for golf, rather than just focusing just on the shoulder. So with the two physios working hard on that, hopefully I'll eventually get some kind of a golf swing back. So that's really kind of where we've been physio-wise. As I say, I did promise this wouldn't be so long-winded this time. So what I'll do is just show you where my movement is now at the 4 months, because to be honest, I kind of thought it would be further, but it isn't. So, or it isn't as far as I'd like, but people keep telling me that's actually okay. What I have found now is my highlight of the day and my party trick is I can actually turn a light switch off on a good day without moving my shoulder as well. I can actually get my arm up a bit to do that, and that's quite good. I try and make myself, although I've got a dishwasher, I make myself do some washing up at the sink every day, because that makes you stretch out as well and get some movement, and then you've got to wipe down the side, and all that's quite good movements too. So they're the kind of little extra bits that I'm doing. But as for my movement, so bear in mind I'm just a week off 4 months now. I'll just show you what I can do. Let's move that out the way. Make sure I'm in there. Okay. So going forwards, and we're trying to keep this shoulder down. Get to about there. I can push it further and can now hold it there. But it hurts coming down. But as an active movement, I can kind of get it there. Out to the side is pretty much the same. It's very hard not to cheat. Keep that shoulder down. Across a bit more, I can see the hand. You tend to put your hand up, makes you feel you're doing more. You get it to there. That's probably it too. Hurts there as you're coming down. Coming around my back is still very limited. This guy's up here. My bow one's just about there. So a bit of ways to go on that yet. But whoops. But as excuse me, as I say, we're getting there. I can manage to begin to put a few things in and out of the fridge door. I can just about get a bottle up if it's not too heavy. So it's an excuse to drink the wine before you put the bottle back, I guess. Driving. I wasn't really driving up until about 12 weeks. I couldn't get that arm. In fact, I still struggle to get that arm up the wheel. So I tend to still drive just locally, and that actually is probably, works quite well. But I think the big thing has been the hydrotherapy, and the fact I'm very lucky with a very supportive physio that is working hard. They're both working hard to get me back to golf. So although I kind of feel it seems like it's a long way off, I don't know when I'll be able to get back to hitting a ball, but certainly some movements coming back. Although it gets you down at times, there's nothing more you could do except get on with those exercises and move on with it. Just go and exercise. You must do it. No short measures. So anyway, I'll leave it there for now. I've shown you what the movement is, told you a bit of what I can do. I see the consultant, it's now the end of February, I see the consultant towards the end of March. I'll give you an update either at the end of March or a month after that, depending how much progress there's been, just so as you can see where I am. But the good thing is I'm sleeping well now. Although I wake up every time I move or change positions, I do drop back straight away to sleep. So it's a bit broken, but compared to where it was, it is heaps better. So that's all I think for now then, folks. So all the very best. Those of you who are going in for surgery, it's a bummer for the first few weeks, but if you've got to have it, you've got to have it. And you just keep doing those exercises, and that's the only way you're going to get better and move things on. It's up to us as well as the clever docs. So anyway, all the best and good luck to everybody, and catch up with you in a couple of weeks' time.